Verdel, if you can just let the viewers know a little bit more about yourself.
I've been an educator for over 24 years. I was a business teacher, and then I was a guidance counselor, and now I'm the director of guidance for a district on Long Island, New York. I was doing a workshop for parents, and they were parents of 11th grade students, and I had an 11th grade student. And when I started talking to the parents, I just came up with this concept that, you really are an agent for your children. Yeah. You go out and you find the resources for them, you find information for them, and you bring it to them, just like a sports agent brings opportunities to their athletes, and then they have to perform. And as I was saying this to them, I kind of got a little overwhelmed, and and it really kind of prompted me to say, hey, parents really need a tool to help their children get through this process, but starting at an early age and really getting to know their child.
Everybody, I just want to come on here because I know I have not been on in a while, actually about a month ago. So if this is your first time ever tuning into this show, my 1 year journey of staying self-employed, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure that you follow me on my YouTube channel, which is Martinique the Storyteller. You can subscribe to that, as well as make sure you follow me on Instagram and send me a friend request on Facebook if we're not friends already, so you can be notified of all my different shows, as well as when I'm looking for panelists for different shows that I have as well. If you truly enjoy the shows that I produce, make sure that you go ahead and send me a financial gift on my Cash App, or you can even do that on my GoFundMe page, which is all listed in the description box. So every month around the 22nd, 23rd, I actually come on here and let you all know how I'm doing just being self-employed. So you can actually catch up on all of my other episodes because, like I said, this is month 4. But before that, it actually took me about 260 days to get to the point of being self-employed. So I had videos on my YouTube channel, and the topic, the name of that project is called 1 year journey to becoming self-employed. So this one, I'm here, I'm self-employed, and I like to just let people know how it's going, so that they can possibly not run into the same pitfalls that I run into, as well as just give some encouragement to you all. And then I just like to track like how things are going just in my life, and I love just shooting videos. So as you can see, the topic in this particular episode is I really just need help becoming more disciplined. So what I found just within myself is that I have no discipline whatsoever when it comes to certain things. So specifically with my business, I started driving for Uber, and on April 8th, so my name is still on the list for a temp agency, Kelly Services. So when Kelly Service has an assignment for you, then they'll give you a call and ask you if you would like to work that assignment. So they actually called me probably about 2 weeks before April 8th, 3 weeks or 2 weeks. And they let me know that they had a assignment coming up on April 8th. And they wanted to know if I wanted to work it. And it was going to be a 6-week assignment. So I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. So in the meantime, I'm driving Uber and everything. And I have been driving Uber since February 25th. And I really like driving Uber with as an entrepreneur, just because of the flexibility that it gives me. And I don't have to go into a physical office, like your regular 9-to-5 jobs. And so that's why I really like driving for Uber, for the flexibility. What I don't like about driving for Uber is the wear and tear on my car. I do have a 2016, and I just see the mileage going up and up and up. And that is something that I'm telling you, I wouldn't mind it if somebody let me borrow their car and I just drove their car, but that's why I just have to be successful in my business, so I won't have to be driving for Uber. But I do like the immediate cash that you receive from Uber. So that's really good. But so one of the bad things that actually just happened is, like I said, this temp job was actually supposed to be from April 8th until May 31st. So they called me yesterday and they said, well, they actually decided to end the project early. So that means no more work in that assignment. And with Kelly Services, they actually pay you weekly. So that was good. And then they have, bonuses for, when you work 40 hours a week. And then they also do overtime sometimes. So, it was decent money that was coming in, and I didn't have to drive my car. I was only about 30 minutes, the office was only 30 minutes from the job. So I really liked that. And so that really put a little damper in my spirits, for, now I got to go back driving for Uber. But the great thing is I do have the opportunity to drive for Uber. I do have something that I can fall back on. So that's really great as well. I'm still making money with my business, meaning I'm still having people on my shows, but it's not paying all of my bills. It's paying some bills, but it's not consistent cash coming in. So I'm still growing the business, still doing all that. Verdel, if you can just let the viewers know a little bit more about yourself.
I've been an educator for over 24 years. I was a business teacher, and then I was a guidance counselor, and now I'm the director of guidance for a district on Long Island, New York. I was doing a workshop for parents, and they were parents of 11th grade students, and I had an 11th grade student. And when I started talking to the parents, I just came up with this concept that, you really are an agent for your children. Yeah. You go out and you find the resources for them, you find information for them, and you bring it to them, just like a sports agent brings opportunities to their athletes, and then they have to perform. And as I was saying this to them, I kind of got a little overwhelmed, and and it really kind of prompted me to say, hey, parents really need a tool to help their children get through this process, but starting at an early age and really getting to know their child.
Another bad thing that happened yesterday is I have decided that I wanted to do one of my episodes on one of my shows, authors to know and their books to read. So I wanted to actually do a live event, because if you've been following me, you know that all of my shows are web shows. So I want to do a live event, and about a month ago, I contacted one of our restaurants, O'Charlie's, and I was able to get one of their back rooms, and I can do the show there and everything. So excited. So I actually, and the show is for May 18th. So I'm so excited that I got a space and everything. And when I went over there just to look at the layout of that back room to see how I was going to set up the tables and everything, I saw that the restaurant is permanently closed. So I'm just like, what? They didn't call me or anything and let me know. So now I had to find another place, and it's just disheartening, that I did find a good place, and now I have to start all over and find another place, and it's kind of tough, finding these places, especially for a restaurant, and then especially for a venue that is free. So that's what I'm working on, with that. But to touch on the topic that this episode is supposed to be about, I need help being more disciplined, is Now I'm driving for Uber, but I have a problem with doing it daily. So I'll drive for Uber, I'll drive for Uber 1 or 2 days or 3 days out the week. And my goal is to make $130 per day. And with Uber, you can actually see how much you've made so far. And so, when I have other things for my business that needs to get done, I'll cut it short, meaning I'll stop doing Uber before the time that I'm supposed to be stopping for myself, my goal time. I'll stop it and I'll do something, I'll start working on my business. And then, or another thing is I just won't drive that day. And that really hurts me financially because, I need to be driving for 5 days out the week. And I preferably would like to just do Monday through Friday, so I can have those weekends off. So that's my struggle. And that's what I have to challenge myself. I have to challenge myself to go and just do it every single day. And that's been the tough part about it, doing something every single day. And so I don't know, it's just really been a struggle for me. And I just have to tell myself it's just one day at a time, Martinique, one day at a time. Set your goal and just conquer that goal one day at a time. I don't want to look at the entire week. Hey, Lucille, I don't want to look at the entire week and say, okay, I'm going to drive for 5 days. I need to be telling myself, Martinique, you drive for 1 day and you make your goal. Then the next day, I need to tell myself, Martinique, you drive for 1 day and you make your financial goal. And so everybody that prays, pray for me that I just keep doing it so that I can let my money build up, so that at the end of the month when the bills are due, or at, towards the end of the month, I don't have to drive for Uber for 10 hours, for 3 days straight, because if I would have done what I'm supposed to be doing all these other days in the beginning of the month, then I wouldn't be in that predicament that I'm in. So as entrepreneurs, I know we have some entrepreneurs that's watching, what are your struggles that you have with just being an entrepreneur? With me is not having to answer to anybody, when it comes to my job. Is either I do it or it doesn't get done. And that's how it is with Uber. Either I drive or I don't drive, and then I just don't get paid, So I'm glad that I was able to come on here and let you all know how I'm doing. I hope that this has helped somebody, and really I hope that you're encouraged to just keep going, with your desires and your goals, because you will make it. It's just a matter of how disciplined you are to get it done. And one of the quotes that I wrote down is, the only thing that stops me from being successful is me. And that is so true. I'm the only one that decides, okay, well, I'm going to sleep in, or I'm the only one that decides, okay, I'm not going to drive today. Nobody else. And, I do have these goals that I want to achieve, but the only person that stops me from achieving those goals is me. And so it's really just a mental thing of no longer being controlled by what I don't want to do and what I don't feel like doing, but being controlled by my desire and where I want the life that I want to create for myself. And so I hope that's encouraging to you, because if you don't encourage yourself, nobody else is going to encourage you. So I hope you all have a great night, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye. Oh, don't forget, if you like my shows, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram, and send me a friend request on Facebook, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.